2, 1. And we're live, baby. What's going on?
What up, everybody?
Hello, internet peoples. I see Quad Daddy in the chat. Hit the deck in the chat. Jinx, our regulars. Thank you for joining us, y'all.
If you're out there, let us say what's up to you. Hit the chat up. If you don't know, welcome to Super Critical, the interactive FPV show. My name is DadBodDadBod, and I am joined by Dan Z. Dan Z, hello. How are you?
Hello. What's up, everybody?
How's it going?
Great, man.
Yeah?
I've been able to fly more recently.
I saw that.
Yeah.
It didn't look like there was that much rust to knock off the fingers there.
Well, that was after me going out, like, I'd probably flown 3 or 4 times before that, and I had knocked off some of the rust then, and then finally had something I was comfortable with sharing this time around. But it just felt good. It felt good to like
look good.
Be in that space where you like have an idea of something you want to like execute, like challenge yourself to do, and and to figure it out and be able to do it. You know, that's the sort of thing that I always strive for and thrive on.
The feeling of satisfaction from intentionality. I love it. And of course, we have someone else on screen. It is ATek FPV. Hey. What up, dude? How are you?
Good. Been a crazy Monday to say the least, but I'm happy to be here chilling.
I'm so happy that you... Go ahead, Dan.
I was going to say, I have enjoyed ATek's videos for quite a while now, and I'm very excited to have the man on our live stream. Thank you for joining us.
Absolutely.
So if you have joined us already, please let your socials know that we've started, that ATek is in the house. Following our normal tradition, Dan Z is going to point us at some videos of pilots that we should be watching. Dan Z, what do you got for us in the hopper? Okay,
I'm going to start. I got one freestyle video, and I got one not freestyle video. ATek, I'm going to let you choose. Which one do we do first?
Let's do the not freestyle first.
Not freestyle video.
Slamming right in afterwards.
All right. It's from this drone pilot. Ross Has a Drone. Are you familiar with Ross Has a Drone?
Absolutely.
Yeah, he put out a video recently. I'm going to play it, and then I'm going to tell you what I find fascinating about it. So here we go. Ross Has a Drone Landscapes.
So, did you see the outtake that he did on this? On
no,
the beach portion? Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Is this one of those photographers?
It's that shot right there. The outcome of that is crazy.
Is this an FPV channel or is it a photographer channel?
He's an FPV pilot. Definitely not like a freestyle dude. He's he works in the professional world doing FPV stuff.
Got it.
But he came up in a very kind of like organic FPV way.
I love those little daisy wishes, man. That's fucking beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
Just wondering, Dan, I know what draws me to this. What draws you to this?
Well, there's a couple things. I mean, the execution overall is great, right? Like the music that he chose, the way it's cut together, is very like emotive, right? And it's just beautiful, all of it. And then I have the technical things about it that I really love. Let me play it one more time so I can also talk about some of the technical things that I geek out over. So Ross Has a Drone is one of those dudes that this is all GoPro footage, first of all. So no like Komodo or fancy camera, anything like that. All GoPro.
Can you tell that? Can you tell it's GoPro footage and not Komodo?
I could. Yeah, okay. I could. I mean, this right here is shot so well that like it would be much harder. Like when you have a piece of footage that's not graded very well, you can tell a lot more. But unstabilized GoPro footage, and he shoots in linear. So he doesn't shoot in super view. This is all linear, which is almost like one of the narrowest kind of field of views you can get. And his reason for doing that is really great. It's just, when he's filming, when he's actually shooting, he wants the footage that's getting captured on camera to match as closely as possible to what he's getting in his FPV feed. Because nice. I'm not sure, like, if you've ever chased anybody before, but if you've ever chased anybody before with super view footage, in your FPV feed, you feel like you're right on their butts, and then you go back and you look at your super view or your wide angle footage, and that stuff is just, it feels like you're miles away.
Yeah. Oh. That's
yeah,
cool.
There's also, the lens distortion factor too. You don't want to watch footage that, trees are all bendy and out of shape too. So, if you're going for that cinematic look, you want the horizons to be flat. You want the trees to be perpendicular.
Yep.
There's a definite, I guess, result that you get from a linear format.
Yeah.
Nice.
Absolutely.
And what was that pilot again?
Ross has a drone. Yep.
Ross has a drone. All right.
And next up, we're gonna do a little bit of freestyle. This is just good, old-fashioned, hard-hitting, badass freestyle out of France. I love those Frenchies. J True FPV.
Yeah.
I think this dude is still like 16 years old or something. I feel like
he hasn't aged.
He hasn't aged. Like, he's been 16 for the past 5 years.
Exactly. Was that an edit there, or was that a...
Yeah, that was an edit, yeah. He is also one of those guys that is making a move kind of into the production world of FPV stuff. But, like, his freestyle has always been really good. He's always mixed that kind of, what I would consider spang with flow and just really technical flying.
I always thought J True, well, not always, but I think J True is kind of like the precursor to the Spang movement, right? Like, I think Spang was the evolution of a lot of the stuff that he was doing years ago. But someone tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
He's definitely one of those guys where I see the video post and I kind of pause my day and go watch the video really quick just to kind of
100%.
soak it in. Usually during 100%. My coffee in the morning, so. Colors are always on point too. It's awesome.
It's no Ross has a drone color, but it's good. That one of the things I was so impressed with on the Ross has a drone video we just watched was how good the color grade was on it.
Totally. I'm sure this is probably 2.7K or something like that.
Probably.
Session 5, I assume.
It also seems like he might have a little bit of that auto exposure going on too, where it's like, with the Ross video, that was all locked.
Right. Well, when you're popping buildings into the outside world, it's kind of unavoidable at times.
Exactly.
You got to have either an ISO range or a shutter range, one of the two, to manage that.
GoPro doesn't have a shutter range, does it?
No, unfortunately, you're either auto or locked on shutter. Unfortunately,
I wish that I could choose ISO range and shutter range.
It'd be amazing.
That would be amazing. All right, that's everything I got.
Rock on.
I see a couple new faces in the chat right now. I see Remco's FPV, Booster FPV, Balkan X FPV. Balkan, we featured your video on here a handful of times.
Welcome.
I've been a fan. I've been a fan of Balkan stuff for a while too. PDevX. What's up, PDevX? Thank you for joining us, everybody.
Awesome. So we got some announcements, some things we're very excited about in real life events. The warm weather hath cometh to the Midwest, and we did a couple last year, and we are going to do some more this year. We are kicking off. We are one of the sponsors of the APV crew. Dan Z and I are on the APV crew, which is a crew based out of Illinois, and we are on Saturday, May 28th, doing a barbecue, and it's just fly drones, barbecue, bring food, bring family, be outside, have a day. Saturday, May 28th in Illinois. And all of this stuff, don't feel like you have to take notes. Just join our Discord server. There's going to be an event. There is an event section in there. I'll post up all this information. So that's one. That's May 28th. All are welcome, but, it's potluck. So make sure you're bringing. And, we're also going to have food on site, being cooked, barbecuing, all that good stuff. Yep. Next up after that is Multi-GPIO. The good fellas over at KC Multi-Rotor / Quad Corner. They're the sister stream who does stuff on Tuesdays with Hit the Deck, have asked us to co-host the Freestyle Tent, which means that we will be putting our own flavor on the freestyle events. And what we know for sure is that there will be a judged freestyle contest that will use a modified version of our scoring. And details, we're hammering them out. We're working with MultiGP to set up a gnarly track, setting up kind of all the details, and all of those will come. But that is June 8th through the 12th in Muncie, Indiana. And if you are going, just hit me up with a DM. Yeah. I would love to know who's going. We could use help. We can use judges. We can use people who want to participate. We could use interest. We could use people raising their hand saying, hey, I'm going to this because there's this freestyle thing. So we know there's that one event on Saturday, and then we will also do another event early on Sunday as well. So if you can only make it out for the weekend, it'll be well worth coming to. So we're excited, June 8th through the 12th. And then finally, for right now, we are doing the Super Critical Game of FPV on July 9th back home in Illinois. We'll have sponsors, prizes. We figured out ways. There was a lot of learning from when we did it last year, ways to speed up the game and just, meet up with the locals. We'll have it on a Saturday, come in on a Saturday, stay overnight somewhere, hang out on Sunday. We'll hit up a spot, or groups will break off and hit up spots, whatever. But those are the three events. So please mark your calendars for these. We'd love to see you guys out in person some way, form, or fashion.
Hell yeah. This is going to be my first I.O. I've always avoided going to I.O. almost like the plague. But I've been convinced. I've been convinced to go. And I'm actually excited for it. And then also, we don't have any affiliation with it, but Rampage. If any of you out there are going to Rampage with us, let us know. We could use the friendship. We could use the high fives. We could use booze. I don't know. Just be good. I want to know. I want to know who's going and say what's up.
ATek, are you going to Rampage? Did I see that somewhere?
Yeah, James said he wasn't going to go if I didn't go, so I wasted a bunch of money for his friendship, I guess.
That's what I did to Dan for Multi-GPIO. I said, dude, I'm not going to go if you don't go. And then just, forced it.
No, I kind of weaseled my way in somehow, so I'm lucky enough to get to go. So,
hell yeah! Well, that's gonna be awesome. So
it's gonna be a good time.
We know we're hanging out now, but we know we'll for sure be hanging out at Rampage. Hell yeah!
Or maybe after this experience, ATek will be like,
"Fuck those guys."
I'm good on you guys. I'm good on you guys. Where are you guys gonna be? So I'm not there. All right. So next up, after some serious discussion, we have decided that we want to get a chance to see more videos. And starting next live stream, so we stream every other week if you're unfamiliar, we will limit the length of the video that we will watch to 2.5 minutes. So if you have like a 5-minute video and, and you're like, it starts the ripping starts at like 3 minutes in, create the link with the timestamp. Otherwise, we'll just kind of look at it and be like, if it's a vlog, we'll just fast forward until we see ripping, but we'll only play for 2.5 minutes. And this is in the thought of like seeing more videos, and also in conjunction, we've also committed to extending our live stream from an hour and a half. Most of you didn't know that it was only an hour and a half, to 2 hours. So we will definitely do 2 hours. ATek, you don't have to hang out today for the full 2 hours if you can't, but we will hang out because we want to see more videos. We want to give more feedback. We want to be exposed to more people.
We just want to hang out. Have a good time. Because we love FPV. We love FPV freestyle. And to have the ability to kind of like, we can't be out there with everyone and flying with everyone to kind of have that kind of push that you get when you're flying with the homies. So this is our way of like kind of trying to do that, remotely. Yeah.
And we totally dig like what's happening, right? Like this was we talked about it before. This was just kind of a random idea that Dan Z and I shared, and it's kind of cool to see kind of people starting to gravitate towards it. So we feel like we're building a little bit of a community here. So we want to give a little bit more time and get more people. Also on the West Coast, just with work schedules and stuff, we want people who couldn't make the front end to be able to make the back end. There is a survey at our Discord server, and it's also in the description of this YouTube live stream. In the hopes of just improving the show, we'd love to get your feedback to see ways that we can consider to just get to show version 2.0. So please share your thoughts. We'll look at that over the course of the next couple weeks and address accordingly. But feel free to voice your opinions.
Shit on us if you have to. We just want to make sure we're not getting stale over here.
Yeah.
And we want to make sure that we're utilizing ours and your time as well as we possibly can. So please make sure to jump in, hit that survey. We should actually spam that survey in the chat, right meow.
Right meow?
Right meow.
Let me grab it. It's in the description, and I can grab it right meow. There is a new tab in the Discord server, and then I'm going to put that into the YouTube chat. What's up, Quad Daddy? Hey, man, would you mind just spamming that for me, brother? Always appreciate the folks who are able to moderate for us in the YouTube link. And then
brings that certain level of sexiness to the room.
That's true. Hey, what's up, Team Raider? All right, and so one more announcement. You'll notice on the scorecards tonight and moving forward, trick variety has been replaced with variety. So it's really more about, as you watch the video, do you think that there's enough like dynamic range, right, in both the tricks that the quad is the tricks that the pilot is performing, the obstacles in the location, is he or she utilizing, or they utilizing the location? Is there enough edits? Is there enough locations? Just enough variety to keep it from going stale. We want to give that kind of feedback, right? So you'll notice that as well. Okay, now let's talk to Mr. ATek. ATek, thank you for making time to join us today. I know that there was a lot of excitement around you joining us. I know you're having a crazy Monday, but just give us like some of the basics. How long have you been flying FPV, and how did you get into it?
Yeah, so I think it was that Notorious video ages ago that had that, God, what was it, like Lightspeed Racer type action racing through like the forest, and it's just, super hokey old quads with crazy LEDs, the motion blur madness. I mean, I was fucking sold immediately. So like after that, I went out and I'm like fucking Googling it up, trying to figure out like how I get into this game and everything. And I landed on a company called Hovership. Did anyone remember that at all? No. So it was a 3D printed frame design, and pretty much you could fly it in the air, and the air would pretty much explode it. So I mean, it was a very interesting getting my feet in the water type situation. I was into RC quite a bit, like RC cars and stuff. But yeah, I mean, it was maybe, what is it, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, or something like that. It was kind of when I started. I took a big hiatus for a while, maybe got out of it for 2.5 years, 3 years max, or something like that. But since been going strong for the past like 3.5 years. So yeah, I've been doing it for a little while, I guess. Lots of things learned, lots of shit broken, lots of money invested. So I can't even imagine like what the dollar value is to over that, you know, historic time, but it would be just ridiculous. Ugh.
It's like $20 or $30.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I tell myself.
Max. So, right. Don't ever look at the credit card statements ever. Can we talk a little bit? And I asked this question because if you're not sponsored, well, I kind of know the answer, but if you're not sponsored, you should be. And I also want to give you a chance to shine out your sponsors for supporting. So tell us about the sponsors. Who do you fly for?
Yeah, so I mean, I fly for myself, so I don't have any sponsors right now. I haven't really like been desired to go fetch sponsors. I've had I don't know, some dabbles of people asking, and I'm like, not interested. I don't like your stuff, I guess, you know, saying that as subtle as possible. You know, so you know, if I was sponsored by a Ford Pinto, I wouldn't, you know, want to drive a Ford Pinto, so fuck that. So
you
so
have a history.
I mean,
don't you, with sponsorship?
I do, yes. So that is part of it. I used to do the what people would call these days fruit booting professionally, which is rollerblading, aggressive inline. But yeah, I was pro for many years. Ended up having knee surgery and had to tell my sponsors I was bowing out. I think it was one of the last X Games. I had my rep from Rossi's Italy on site, and I'm like, hey man, I think I'm done. I'm gonna tap, you know. And they're like, all right, no worries. Like, you know, you can collect the rest of your, you know, stuff for the rest of the year and get paid and whatnot. And at that point, you know, I was checked out, moving on to other things. I was doing motocross stuff at the same time too. So it was kind of getting a little rough on the body, and I was like, I just got to tap. So
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's sponsorship games. There's stuff that, you know, these days is completely different than back then. Back then, I mean, everything was VHS and communication wasn't instantaneous. And, you know, I've had a couple pro wheels that I wasn't too pleased with or fond with, but, you know, you get dropped in your lap and, you know, the sponsor says, you know, I think this is the image that we want you to have. And, you know, you just kind of, you know, you're so starstruck over the opportunity to have something like that you just bait into it. And, you know, these days I think it's much different, but yeah, sponsorship, I guess, isn't all that it's wrapped up to be.
Yeah.
That's what I guess.
Well, let me ask you a quick question, and if you could rattle it off, that would be awesome. If you were to build the perfect quad today, can you give us the components? Like, what's the frame? I'll just rattle off. What's the frame?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I mean, honestly, I don't think a frame defines quality of flying. So
moving on. What's the stack?
I would say the cheapest thing that you can get in your rig that actually flies.
But for you, if you were to build like the pinnacle, like, you know, freestyle quad, money no object.
You know, it's funny. I would say affordability these days, but the fucking price of stacks is just ridiculous. So
this is true.
You know, part of it to me that drives it isn't necessarily quality or company, but form factor and style of layout of pin dimensions. I'm a CL racing guy, so those have been what has fit in the frame that I fly currently the most, and it feels quality in my hand. So that's kind of what I just go to. And the problem I guess the thing that I have is repeatability. So I don't have 5 different quads with 5 different sets of components. I have 5 of the exact same quads with every single fucking component in it the same, because if I have to merge shit together, you know, I mean, I'm taking those 5 quads and building the one and not having to change any configuration except for those idiotic motor vendors that have the fucking wires flip-flopped and you have to, you know, change the motor direction. But regardless, you know, I try to stay as consistent as possible and, you know, obviously, you know, as much as I can, stocking and whatnot. So,
video.
I'm a DJI guy, so I fought it and hated it. But to my defense, I bought some brand new HD02s right before like the DJI game came, and I was like, man, I'm not dropping fucking another 500 bills on new goggles and all that shit. So I stuck with analog for, I don't know, another year, I think, afterwards. And the homie Antonio was always like, man, DJI is the shit, dude. I'm like, fuck that. It can't be that great, you know? And, you know, just lying to myself to make myself feel better that I don't buy it, you know? And then I finally jumped on. And actually, the funny thing is the first DJI experience I had on my own shit was a poor one, and it was actually related to the FC having an issue with managing pit mode, and it would just cause the video to have like a brownout. So I was like, oh, fucking DJI sucks, man. This is dumb. And then I worked through those issues, and then I was like, I'm never going back to analog. Fuck that. So, yeah.
All right.
So.
All right. Pivoting. Tell us a little bit about like when you know, Saturday morning or Sunday morning, you're going out, you got the time on the schedule. The weather's great. Like, what are you thinking about when you get to the spot? Like, walk us through kind of like the mind state and kind of what you're going for and what you're looking to achieve.
You know, I guess the leading up evening is a group chat with the crew, and we're trying to figure out where the fuck we're gonna go. And usually that leads to 1,000 dick jokes, mom jokes, eggplant fucking emojis until that morning. And we're like, all right, let's go here. And you know, it's more of like a geography within the area that you want to try to fly, because you know, commuting back and forth from one side of town to the other to hit a spot just doesn't make sense. So we try to hit certain locations based on the type of flying that we want to do, you know, meaning like major, you know, lot type flying or stuff like that. So, but outside of that, once I get to a spot, I'm really just sit down, kind of chill, and just fly. And that's just like explore flying. I don't really go out with an initiative to say, I'm going to fucking do trippies today, because every time I do that, it usually ends within the first 38 seconds of showing up and trying it. So I just gave up on that. And so I just show up and I just, you know, hang and chill and fly and try to get, you know, some sort of semblance of a line or usable footage from the spot.
So I would say that I kind of identify with that to a certain extent. Like, if I ever go out with like this idea that I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna like get this and this line and I'm gonna fucking kill it today, it's all just gonna be terrible. Like I have this pressure built up on myself that and like expectations that I'll never like live up to, and it just turns to shit. But I do have those days where I'm like, okay, trippy spin. When you said trippy spins, it kind of triggered this in me. It was like, all right, I really want to learn trippy spins, so I'm going out today and I'm dedicating all my packs today to just trying to learn the mechanics of how a trippy spin works. Do you ever have days like that, or are you just purely kind of like organic, like however it comes up?
Yeah, it's just really organic for me. I mean, some of the other guys, James, have really specific, determined directions that they try to hit in certain spots, but it just doesn't work for me. I guess I'm too wild. I guess, I don't know.
All right. So you've had your wild, but yet chilled out, kind of flowy session with the homies. And how many? Before I get into the rest of that question, how many people roll together? Is that 5? Is that 10?
It's usually like 3 to 5. on a regular average. So, I mean, yeah, the magic number's 3 to me. I mean, DJI World, 137 would be great. But 3 to 5 is really like the choice situation without having to battle for time in the air, channel hopping or buddy sharing. But yeah, I mean, 3 to 5 is usually the normal crew. So
okay, so you've gone out, you had a great day. Now you have a bunch of video recorded, and what makes the cut? Like, how do you decide what makes video?
So that's a good question. So let's say like a typical day, like I show up, if it's a nice day, I have my GoPro on almost after the second pack, third pack. I'm like, okay, fucking GoPro is going to be on the rest of the day at this point. And I record the whole fucking day. So I get home and I have, I don't know, 35 videos that I have to go through and try to look at shit. There is so much amazing fucking hard ripping shit that's fun and amazing. And I'll get that into Premiere and go through it and clip all the stuff down to like the certain portions that I like. And then I'll try to go through that again after watching it for like the 5th time and pick like the hot tracks, the hot pieces, and then try to shrink that down more and more. Once I actually find a song, all that shit goes away pretty much, because I just try to figure out what makes the most sense line-wise for this piece of music. Does it hit the rhythm and stuff like that? So there's a lot of stuff that I just ditch because it just doesn't fit the edit. It doesn't fit the song, the feel, the vibe. So I mean, there's a lot of shit that I put in my videos that isn't like great flying quality shit, but it like flows with the music a little bit better than the rest of it. So it gets used.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, I think that's really important actually when putting together an edit. I feel like I sometimes do similar things, and you look at 2 different lines you might have, and one you might be a little more proud of as far as what you might have executed, but then looking at it against, looking at the picture against music and everything, it just doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel right, and so it just ends up on the cutting room floor.
Yep. A lot on the floor, but it's all right. Mm-hmm. The goal is to actually just get an edit out of the footage in the end for me at this point. So, so many times I've just tossed so much footage and I'm like, man, that could have been good, but a lot of work. So 1-pack edits are nice. Definitely. That's easy. Fucking throw that shit out there. Add a song, start and end it. Call it good. So.
You're both much better than me. I fight so hard for every single thing. If it's good in any way, shape, or form, I'm throwing it on the internet as fast as possible without looking back. No shame. All right. Can you still hang out with us and watch some videos?
I'll chill,
some user videos? I think like people would love that. I would love that. I'd love to like kind of figure out how you like to look at things. So if you put in a video into the Discord.
Was that just a straight shot of whiskey you took there right out of the bottle? My man.
Yeah, it's my bench bottle.
Hell yeah. What are you drinking?
It's Albany.
Ooh. Getting nice with it.
Getting nice. All right. Special occasion. All right. So for those of you who don't know, you throw in your YouTube link in the Discord server. I take all those links. And then I put them in a randomizer, and then we just play the ones that come up. If you've never been here before, welcome. We watch the video. I send out a form. Everyone clicks on the form. You score. Then we read off the results and give that pilot some feedback. And I think that no matter how good or how poor, as long as you're being honest with the scoring, you're in good shape. And we looked at some examples earlier just to kind of calibrate you a little bit. Self-explanatory, and you're more than welcome to participate. That's what makes this live stream special. So first up,
and as a quick reminder, I feel like I need to drop this in every once in a while. This scoring is no way an evaluation of your worth as a human being. So like this is for fun and to like push you in like progressing your FPV game. So, that's That's all.
You're a winner. Yeah, I really do believe that, and
You're
I want to see you
win
win.
out and flew.
All right, so up first we have Remco's FPV. This one is called After Dark FPV Freestyle.
Ah, this track. I love this track. I've seen this track on multiple videos now. And it's so good.
Ooh, nice spot. I just remember when you showed me this track, Dan. I was so high. I didn't understand what I was looking at. The video for this, I was like, I don't understand what's happening.
Coming through.
Ha! 4.
Goldfinger is saying I've channeled my inner white female with my choice of drink tonight, and that may be the case, and I'm fine with it. You know, a little bit of wine every now and then is perfect.
I'm compensating for your unmanliness there.
We're leveling out. I usually have some whiskey or some beer, but
oh, sure you do, Dan Z. Sure you do.
Don't out me like that, man. Come on.
Thought we were a team.
Whatever, man. If it's delicious, I got no shame. I've seen Remco's stuff before, and like, I love it. You see certain pilots that they've got a grasp, right? Like they have control, and they've moved past that stage of like trying to figure out movements, and they're fully in control, and they can do what they want with their quads. You know what I mean? And that's like that next level of flying where you really start to see impressive stuff.
I think it's where it's not about showing you can control the quad, it's about being creative, you know, and how do you interpret.
Yeah, I love this. I mean, it's a very controlled chaos. It's kind of the way that I fly. I mean, rocking all the elevations, taking the paths, popping up the trees. I mean, this is the kind of style that I really like.
I'm in it too. Super fast as well.
Hell yeah.
What's going on? Like and sub.
Like and sub. All right, let's spam that chat.
Shots fired. That's great.
Let's spam that chat with the scoring form, and then we'll give people some time to answer the survey and let Remcos know what they think.
All right, this is the section where I start jabbering. I don't know why I didn't shorten the link.
Here we go. Link is now in the chat.
Yes.
So if you can't go over there, give Remcos your votes.
Like just even on that opening move, right? Like far off, going into progressively smaller gaps, and then doing the quick roll really close to the bar. Like in my mind, I thought I like how close he is to things. It's like there. It's satisfying.
Mm-hmm.
And then into this.
That move right there was like
coming through.
You could see, like, it wasn't necessarily perfect, but it was adjusting on the fly that made it almost even better in a way.
Yeah, I love the rawness of it too. I mean, I love the commentary. You kind of hear and feel the vibe of the flight too. So
the locked ISO and shutter and everything, or at least, it looks at least mostly locked. At least their shutter's locked.
And the proximity, right, is enhanced by the speed at which he's flying. I know we've commented on like how fast he's moving, but it's the combination of the speed and the proximity that give it a feeling, you know, that sense of danger. And you know, you can start to pick up on kind of how he's using the space. Like,
got it.
Ha! Yeah, I do like commentary. I think he favors the
left a little bit, but
yeah, yaw spinning on the left, pulling on his left stick.
Yeah.
And then rolling.
But I feel like he's had a good variety here.
Yeah, yes. I think the route unfortunately influences the left-hand rotation a little bit, but
oh, it's so good up until, because that was all one pack up until that point, right? I mean, this is the whole thing is a one pack. All right, we're gonna give people a couple more seconds to finish up with your surveys, and then we're gonna take a look at Remco's scoring. But I mean, this is a video that I dig.
That was a good pack.
That was a good pack, Remcos.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Let's take a look here. Let me know when you got the scoring form up.
It's not loading. Google Forms is,
Don't tell me Google is trying to take us out again. Last live stream they tried to squash us 2 minutes. Like 2 minutes before we hit go live.
It's loading the responses. Are you looking at my screen right now? I feel as though people voted. Yeah, I know. What is going on? Hang on a second.
Maybe Papa Putin's
Sorry,
hacker force is taking down Google as we speak.
And they're starting with our live stream.
They're saying, "Hey."
Okay. This is weird. Give me 1 second. Maybe that's why. Hey, if you were in the audience and you hit the form, were you able to hit the form?
I hit it.
I definitely hit it. Yeah. I see. Let me just shout out some people I see in the stream. Danish Stallion. Nay! What's up, baby? How you doing? Welcome. RC Ritter.
Oh, what the
Forevermore. Good seeing you, man. Goldfinger Operator. Lurking out there. Doom Rider. What's up?
All right.
Is Google not liking us again today?
Dude, I don't know what happened, man. It was all set.
I see a handful of people saying that they voted.
That's good. It's just not letting me see the results. I would say let me give it one more try, and then what we can do is go on to, if we have to, go on to the next video, and then let me try to. There, got it. You son of a.
We got it.
Got it. All right.
Got it. Hey! All right.
How dare this free service not serve me correctly? All right. So 7 responses. I will take that. Intentionality 4, speed 5, difficulty 4, variety 4, originality 4, production 4, je ne sais quoi point. Yes, FPV 100%. Race. Without gates or other races or any idea of what turn is next in a good way. Like the calm music against the speed of flight. Stick cam too big, distracting me from your awesome flying, and the speed and rawness are awesome. Would be cool to see a few different tricks in there. Not bad comments. Let's give Remcos a total score, and a reminder: if you score 30 or above, which could only be 31, you do get a super critical FPV custom T-shirt. A very small pool of people have won those. All right. In ATek, I think when we scored yours, it was like 29.5. My heart was broken.
I know.
All right. I wanted to get your home address. Anyways, 4, 9, 13, 17, 21, 25, 26.
Hell yeah, that's a good score.
A great score.
And to go off, like, I thought this was a killer pack, really great flying. If I were to like try to push it somewhere, it would be in that kind of like trick variety and technical aspect. Like I loved everything about the video, don't get me wrong. It's just like what could happen next time to like really push it further is kind of switching it up, maybe trying a couple more technical things, and I'm sure by seeing the level of control you have of your quad, you're fully capable of doing that.
Push. All right, up next, we have Light FPV.
Light? This is a new pilot that
it is.
I don't think we've had on here before.
Unless it was during the 5-hour marathon.
I don't even think during that.
It's all a blur. All right, this was called Flow Like a Drifting Leaf.
I've watched
like
this
the
video.
The beatbox.
1-pack.
Oh. Hitting us with the 1-pack.
Where is this? That was a very comfortable looking chair. Is this his backyard? Shut up.
Looks more like a community little area, but yeah, it's dope. That little water area though is super sketch looking.
No, we have seen this. We have seen this space before. This was during the Fly High contest. And I was super hyped I'm pretty sure we saw this during the Fly High contest.
I have no recollection if we did. Dude, if this is out your backyard, oh my gosh.
Dude, what's like these types of trees where the like leaf canopies are super high, and then you have all these trunks and branches to play with. That is sick. I'm jealous. Have that in your backyard.
I know, right?
I'm sure he's lost a quad. Not lost a quad, but destroyed a quad in that little creek there. Probably more than once.
I think the biggest frustration with this spot is if people like in your community, because it looks like the whole community has access to it.
You'd be
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Okay, my internet cut out over here for a second.
Gets no realer.
Okay, I believe we're back.
Is that the first time you threw an inverted? Yeah.
Panic, what happened? Oh no, there was there were a bunch of people that just commented frozen. Oh no. Okay, we're back. Google is after us. Google's after us. I don't know what it is. That Maddie was satisfying. He kept the trunk in frame the whole time.
I think that's. I think I've caught like that's what you went for when you are looking at Maddie's, Dan. Like that is definitely keeping the thing in frame the whole time.
That is like the ultimate. I don't do that yet. I do Maddie's, but I always lose. I always lose the thing I'm trying to Maddie when I'm catching it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's something I know I need to improve on.
He looks so comfortable. God.
so chill, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Kicking and flying the fucking backyard area. Yeah. That's how you up your game.
All right.
Hell yeah. All right, let's get that voting form in the chat. Great stuff, Light FPV.
Thank you for sharing too.
Like LITE, right?
LIGHT.
LIGHT.
Yeah.
Okay.
So form is in there. You guys go do the form thing, and now I'm gonna watch.
Everybody vote. Let Light know what you're thinking. We're gonna take another 2.5 minutes or so to take a look at his video again. I like the beatbox.
Oh, what is that? You see that?
It's like a very subtle, like, color correction thing. It's like he wiped on the adjustment layer or something. If I were to make a creative critique on it, I would say that particular change was not enough. It was too subtle.
It was so subtle. I didn't see it the first time.
I didn't even see it the second time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look for it now when you said it.
He does a sideways orbit. I think I caught it later in the video on the first watch, but he opens with it. Yeah, that is sick looking, and I could hear like throttle movement. So I wrote it down in my notes and tricks to try. That looks super cool.
Is this stabilized? Or is this
I think it's stable.
or is this raw? This music track, I didn't comment on it originally. But this also fits the vibe of the video so well.
I have to say though, I get it's a one pack. Because of the limited space, I feel as though it starts to feel long.
Yeah.
Because the space is small, and you can't. I love that.
That was good. That's what you were talking about before, right?
Yeah.
The sideways power loop. I would. Okay. I'm pretty sure this is the guy that submitted during the Fly High contest, and I really liked his video then, and I really like this video now. I need to make sure that I'm subbed to this too, because I really enjoy what I'm seeing here. All right, everybody, finish up getting your votes in for light FPV.
Yeah, I think it's hyper smooth as well.
I think it's hyper smooth. But yeah, I've become of the opinion I don't think hyper smooth means you're like a worse pilot or anything like that. I think the responsibility is on you as a pilot to make something engaging for people to watch, regardless if it's hyper smooth or not. But there is that like certain extra wow factor when someone's not using hyper smooth, and you can tell.
I am not going to get goaded into this conversation right now, Dan Z, so let's not go there. I did think of one thing for light FPV.
We've gone 3.5 minutes in on this right now. Let's take a look at the scores, because you've definitely drawn us in.
I would say my last thing to think about light FPV, get above the canopy.
Yes.
Like you're kind of below the canopy the whole time. I think if this is your kind of dojo spot, it would be cool to see you using above the canopy as part of your lines. Food for thought. All right, let's look at some responses. We got 7. I love it. Thank you very much.
Flying down the little creek over there, varying it up. Yeah, that's a good call. Dopey FPV. Dopey is in the chat. He's submitted to us before, all the way from, I can't remember where exactly. I want to say Singapore, but I don't know if that's correct.
Definitely not Illinois.
Definitely not.
All right, so intentionality, we got 4. Speed, we have 4. Difficulty, 4. Variety. This is the new kind of rebranded category. 3.5. Originality, 4. Production, 3. Je ne sais quoi, yes, bro. You want a roommate. I love this floaty proxy style. Great vibe, but slightly repetitive. Couple obvious taps, but all good. Lots of cool stuff in there, but some repetitive portions kind of long. Cut down would be a great 2.5 minute edit. That's great feedback.
Yeah.
I get it. You're good. And you can fly packs, and there's a good pack. But maybe for more punch, maybe the edit would serve you here. Are you guys ready for totals?
Yeah, let's count it down.
4, 8, 12, 15.5, 19.5, 22.5, 23.5. Not bad. Not bad at all. Thank you very much for submitting light FPV. All right. If you guys are ready to move on, I am. Up next, we have Blaze FPV came up in the randomizer. Blaze FPV. I think that's how you say it.
Did he?
I like the logo. This is called How Is This Vegas? I don't know. How is this Vegas? This is Vegas? This is not Vegas.
Is this this almost looks like it's from the DJI feed, but maybe not?
Usually you could see the props in the DJI feed.
Yeah, I think it's just a low bit rate or something with the color grade. You can see in the water where it went black and pixelated.
This is in Vegas? I thought Vegas was in the middle of a desert. Are they funneling in that much water? Really pretty area.
Super.
Almost going swimming. Damn.
Yeah.
See the power wires?
Yeah, that was a hot little part of that track.
That must be like in the part of Vegas that people live in. You know what I mean?
Right.
One of the things I think of when watching this video is that it feels like he's taking full advantage of flying and just enjoying the flight and the spot, which is something that I don't do very often. Like, I'm usually so focused on freestyle that I'm trying to, figure out what kind of moves I can do. Yeah. And like that first bit, he was just cruising around, and it was still interesting to me. You know what I mean?
Oh, there was some freestyle almost.
There we go. Right at the end, gave us a little taste.
All right, now is the portion where you guys vote. You guys have been doing such a great job voting. Please continue to do so. Form is in the chat. We're gonna watch this again. I like the length of this. I'm ready to give my comments.
All right, yeah, let's take a look. And ATek, I'd love to hear what you thought about that one.
I can tell, towards the end, you get a realization that he's distant, it looks like, when he's flying. I'm not sure where he's at, so I'm sure there's some risk involved here. But, he's just kind of strolling, kind of chilling. For what it is, the result is great. I think some of the color grade impacted the outcome of the video a little bit, but yeah.
Do you think there was an intentional color grade here? My eye doesn't see this stuff, so this is coming.
Well, I think there's a color grade on it that is impacting some of the, unless it's purely the bit rate on the upload causing an issue. So.
If I were to dissect it, I feel like you know what it probably is? It's probably the recording off of a DJI unit, like the full unit. The air unit, yeah. That has the SD card in it.
But how do you, unless he's got like a rig that pulls the camera up, right? Like typically, unless he zoomed in, like typically you get props in view. I find it
depends on the frame. This is all speculation, right?
Well, true. If he's got like a, what is that called? A dead cat, like kind of.
Right.
True that.
Jersey Shore shit. Doom.
Doom, don't ask how I know, but isn't that the Jersey Shore reunion hotel? RC Ritter is saying dead cat frame. I think so. There's a certain image quality to the DJI cameras that's what I see when I look at this. There is that new like run cam thumb or something like that. Like that, it could be that. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that was who was that again? Blaze FPV.
All right. So we only have 3 responses. I feel as though this audience can do better than that.
Blaze FPV in the chat. What's up, brother? This one was yours. Yes.
We need feedback.
We need feedback for Blaze. He's just joined us. Blaze, while we're waiting for people to click on the link or finish up submitting, do you live in Vegas?
And I want to know, what camera was that? Where did that footage come from?
Yeah, we've been speculating for the last 2 minutes.
Am I right that that's from the DJI Air unit?
Tell us now. It's okay. You can watch the replay, but just tell us, is that the Air unit footage? Don't be coy. Don't be coy, Blaze. I'm staring at the chat. Where did the footage come from? Oh my gosh. The delay. The delay is killing me. I know.
We always forget that there's like a 10-second delay on...
Yeah, he lives in Vegas, and he's going to hear my other question like right now. All right. I got 6 responses. Let's go into the scoring, and then please answer our questions.
Goldfinger operator saying DJI action cam. I don't think that's the action cam. No way. I don't think so.
All right. Goggle DVR. Oh shit. And
yeah, goggle DVR. The second hand was an air unit.
Good eye.
Called it.
Damn.
Called it.
I've never had an air unit, so I wouldn't have that experience, I guess.
I've had the air unit. I honestly cannot tell a difference in quality in terms of like reception between an air unit and a Vista.
Nor can I. But maybe I'll find out. I'm building a long-range pod. Yeah, but you know what, dude? Yeah, whatever. That's a whole other conversation. All right, I got 7 responses. Hey, thank you, voters. That's the important part, is like audience feedback. All right, I got my scores. You ready?
Yep. Let's take a look.
All right. Intentionality 4, speed 3, difficulty 2, variety 3, originality 2, production 3, je ne sais quoi, yes, cinematic long range with still a bit of exploratory feel. I like it. Enjoyable flight, felt comfortable, but like a good time. Vacation reels are a hard fit to this form. This is true. Long range and music was a great. He lives in Vegas, so long range and music was a great combo. Color grade needed work, some tweaks. Pretty video. Wife would love it. Who's wife? Your wife? I'm playing. Let's give you the total score. 4, 7, 9, 12, 14, 17, 18 out of a possible 30. Blaze, thank you very much for submitting and letting us watch.
Thank you for submitting, and thank you for joining us on the live stream, Blaze. Appreciate you. And look, he got that je ne sais quoi point. Like, the subject matter was great. Like, what an interesting development that they had there, right? To fly around. That's cool.
Yeah. I couldn't believe that was Vegas, to be honest. It looked very cool though. And there was like a yacht in that little lake thing. It was weird. Very Vegas. All right. And very not Vegas. All right. So up next we have Dopey FPV.
Oh, he was just in the chat with us. I hope he's still here.
New style tryout. Dopey,
Singapore.
Where are you? Singapore? Did he confirm?
He confirmed in the chat. Yes.
The wife and I were just talking about Singapore as being like a place that is definitely in our bucket list. Mostly because of the eating.
I don't know if I've never even thought about that. Like, I don't know what the cuisine is like in Singapore.
It's mostly like the best Asian food in all of Asia. Like,
really?
Yeah.
I'm into it. I love food very much.
Yeah, eating's good.
Eating's good.
Eating's good. Oh, okay. Like that. Oh, you should have went into the trees, Dopey. Oh, it's a kite.
I love all the kites, man. There's so many. I watched this the other day, actually.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
See, it's one of those things, man. Real recognizes real.
Ooh.
I would love to fly canopies like that. It's so fun.
How tall do you think those trees are? The ones he was just in the canopies.
30 plus feet.
Yeah, I'd say about 30 feet or so, probably.
Oh, here we are. Sleeping on the job. Thank you, PDevX.
What happened? What did we forget?
I was stuck on our voting screen.
Oh, did they not see any of this?
They've seen it. It's just been small.
Oh, got it. Hey. Was it intentional? You gotta do it again. You gotta do it again somewhere else for me to think that was intentional.
You've got your peace now, but what about me? Thought we had the time, had our lives, now you never get old.
Nice. Ooh! Gotta do it again.
That was sick.
That was
I don't know how intentional that was. Dopey, if you're in the chat still, let me know if that was intentional.
I'm just gonna assume it was. I'm gonna give you the credit. That was sick. And that's how good it was. Is that like you think they're like, oh man, there's no way you could nail that intention.
You said you grow with me. Thought we had the time, had our lives, now you never get older.
It's funny how different the vegetation looks. Like you'd think this would be some crazy color grade, but I just imagine it just looking like this there.
Did you see that weird shake when he hit?
Yeah.
That was like different looking. Why did it look like that?
That was
Maybe
interesting. Like
I don't know.
how it settled too.
It was like, meh. It was like, meh.
Doink.
Oh, nice.
Most definitely
right.
intentional.
Okay, hold up
Tree
one
perch.
second.
Good stuff.
Okay, I'm getting the link for Dopey FPV from Singapore. If I ever make it out there, dude.
I believe in the couple videos that I've remembered seeing from Dopey FPV, and I think on this stream, they've been from, I think, this same location. I could be wrong, but I would love to see, like, what does a bando in Singapore look like? You know, or an office park, and actually, I'm just realizing what I said before is a bit of a lie, because he had that bridge spot, which was his first video.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, where like it's a big.
That
big
bridge spot was amazing.
That backwards sound.
There's something about this. I feel like I've seen this location a few times.
I feel like, yeah, this is not the first time I've seen this location. I think of the music choice. It's I'll just be honest. I'm not a fan of the song, right? So it's not that I hate the song. It's just not, you know. I think
It doesn't hype you into the mood of the flight, right?
Right.
There's a disconnect for me, which is interesting because it's called New Style Tryout. Dancers take on contemporary flow. So I'm trying to like put that together, like the title with the flying style and the music.
Dancers take. I wonder if he's a dancer himself.
I wonder if that's him in the thumbnail. You know.
I like that move there.
Yeah, that was awesome. Kind of marched up the tree.
Yeah.
There's like some really technical pieces in here, and then there's like a lot of flow.
That was a miss bonk. And, you know, I only, you know, it feels like there's certain sections where it feels a little aimless. Like, Dopey says office spaces are illegal to fly, sadly. Damn, that's too bad. I bet it looks amazing there.
And he says he is a dancer.
Is that you?
All right, we are getting to that 2-minute 30-second mark. So please finish up getting your votes in for Dopey.
Only 4 in so far.
Finish up submitting.
We like other comments. Give Dopey some feedback.
Alright, let's pause this and let's see what we've got here. Great job, Dopey.
Nice job, Dopey. Fun to watch. Alright. Responses. Here we go. 6. There's 6. Alright, intentionality. What?
There's 7.
Why do you see 7? I see 6. Are we looking at my screen? Hold on. Oh, wait. You know what? Something's happened with my screen share. Let me fix that. You're looking. It should say Dopey FPV 6 responses. What are you seeing on your screen?
I am seeing just 7 responses that I'm looking at.
Here we go.
I believe we're looking at Blaze's footy. There we go. It's up. It's updated, and we got 8 responses.
Hey-o! Look at that. You win on that, Dopey. 4.5 for intentionality. Speed 4. Difficulty 4. Variety 4. Originality 4. Production 3. Je ne sais quoi point? Yes. Highlight reel at the beginning needs more powerful music. Great flight. The technical stuff is cool. The song starts out too slow. I dug the music. I could see it being big on TikTok or something. I'm so old I don't even know what that means.
Here's what I want to say something about the music. Music is such a subjective thing.
So personal.
And it's so personal. So like there's like 2 worlds about it, right? Like there's the world like Dopey, if putting this track on there made the video something special to you, then hell yeah, that's what it's all about. Like I hope you're happy with it. There's that, and then there's the other world of like, what does the wider audience think, and do they vibe with it and whatever, and that's the kind of game you play sometimes when you make FPV videos.
My question, Dopey, is when you were flying, were you listening to this song? Or, like, did you know you were going to make an edit to this song and so flew for it? And I just, you know, like, my response is just how I'm, you know, kind of how I'm ingesting it and kind of how I feel about it, right? Obviously, you know how to fly. It was a pretty video. So let's give you, we're just doing totals now, right?
Yes.
All right. So what are we going to 4.5, 8.5, 12.5, 16.5, 20.5, 23.5, 24.5.
Hell
Not
yeah.
bad. Nice job,
Great
Dopey.
video. ATek, I'm curious, what's your approach with music? Like, how do you feel on that front? Like, personal versus kind of thinking about the audience.
I mean, I don't always use music that I would listen to on a regular basis. I don't ask my friends because they usually have garbage influences for the type of music that I want to use. I'm not saying that their music is garbage. It's just every time I ask and I'm like, you know, maybe, yeah, I could use that, but it just doesn't, I'm not feeling it for the vibe of the video really.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, not always does it have to be everything that you listen to on a regular. So.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah.
So how do you find? Okay, so how do you find music, right? Like, if it's not what you listen to, right? Like, how do you decide?
I pretty much exclusively live on SoundCloud, and so SoundCloud has, over the course of fucking 6 years of listening or whatever the heck it's been, it kind of gives me recommendations, and a lot of times I'll go to a previous video that I've used a song on and go to the I guess like songs or recommended songs based on those, and I'll play my music back along with the videos until something kind of syncs rhythm wise, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna use that, and that's what happens.
Wow. You've trained the algorithms. We were talking about that earlier before the live stream started. Okay, awesome. You guys ready for another one?
Hell yeah. Let's do another one. Thanks again, Dopey, for submitting all the way from Singapore.
Average FPV is up next. This one is called Parking Garage Abuse. Sorry, my quads.
Damn.
Okay.
I can't remember. Where was Average from? Was he... I don't think he was French. I think he was...
I think... Ooh. I think last stream was his first time submitting.
It was for the Fly High contest.
Oh, well,
right?
I think submitting to our regular live stream.
Right. This is a proxy spot too. This is a
super tight
spot.
Yeah. Look how that took me off guard because of his height against the floors.
Yeah, his camera angle's taking me out.
There's like cars in there and everything.
Yeah. Talk about risk, man. It's crazy. And those lights on the ceiling just look so breakable.
Oh, I like that. I wish he got it clean.
Carnage.
The crazy thing with parking garages like this is when you get inverted, you often lose track of what's up and down.
Yeah.
It's really disorientating. So props to all that upside down shit.
Nice.
I am so into this spot.
I'm into the way I like what I'm seeing, dude. This is cool.
Yeah.
Gosh, I get the apology. This is just a beat of your drones kind of day.
This is absolutely the type of spot that I really like to fly. Super proxy, like tight, but lots of variety.
You take too long to take a shit.
Soundbite.
So was that a 5-inch or something smaller?
I think that was 5-inch.
Was it? Okay.
I think so.
We're gonna see it again. He pictures it at the front end, and I was like, why is this like? Why are we looking at this so intently? And now I understand why. All right, so here is the voting form. That was fun to watch. Enjoyable and enjoyed.
Yeah.
Going to the YouTube chat. Boop, 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 boop.
I particularly enjoy spots that are a little more difficult to fly. Is that link correct in the chat?
I thought so. Dopey FPV, yeah. Oh,
because I click on it and it tells me that I've already
responded. We're supposed to be average, not Dopey.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad, dudes. That is not the right link.
I want to go back. I want to see that quad again.
Here we go.
Wait.
Yeah. So, okay.
Is that a Tiny Hawk? Wait, but it's got two antennas.
It's got an air unit in it too, it looks like, right? So
yeah, so it's a full-size air unit, so it's got to be like an ultralight 5-inch. And that looks like a at least a 4S. Interesting.
All right, new and correct form is in the chat for average.
Cowboy Bebop Booster FPV was saying Cowboy Bebop, and I knew I had heard that before. That's where it is from. I never watched the actual anime of Cowboy Bebop.
Neither I.
But I watched the Netflix series, and I think I was probably one of 3 people that actually liked it.
All right, honest reaction. When you found out that it wasn't a 5-inch, did it change your feeling about this?
No, I mean, I was all about it. It's just I could tell how the quad was managing it a little bit.
Well, that's the point. The reward was only
Like
You
that.
could
I would
tell by
imagine
how
a
it was
5-inch would have hit that a little bit harder than that little rig, I think.
Yeah, I don't know if I picked up that it wasn't a 5-inch. I feel like this is a 5-inch, just an ultralight 5-inch, maybe. It's hard to tell, like, cause what?
I love that little pipe gap. That's fucking rad.
Yeah. Because like the something like an Umagod, the 250 or whatever, isn't that a 5-inch?
I think so,
I
right?
guess. I mean, I don't consider that a 5-inch. To me, I mean,
Sure. It's the weight of it.
if it doesn't weigh a shit ton and you're not flinging around, it's not a 5-inch.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was fun.
All right, we have 5 responses so far. I think people are just finishing
Let's
up.
rip it.
All right. So, intentionality 3, speed 3, difficulty 4, variety 4, originality 3.5, production. Oh, we got more. 4, genetic qua yes, fun edit, awesome little area to rip. FPV destruction derby, total cowboy bebop vibe. I want to see more. I get that there was cars parked in there. I wish we kind of saw more of the space. Like it was really focused around you, but I think you utilized the space well.
I could see that. But I did think that the flying in that space was well done. I actually saw a lot of variety in the types of movement. Right.
Agreed.
Yeah, I thought that was great. You definitely beat the shit out of your quad, but that's to be expected out of a spot like that. That's a tight spot to fly in. The one thing what I really loved was his Matty into the stairwell and then to like reverse back. Right? Yeah, to like power loop out. I really wish he got that clean. Because that would have been really sick.
Noted. I think lots of good feedback there. Let's take a look at totals. Yes?
Yes.
3, 6, 10, 14, 18, 22, 23 out of a possible 30. Nice job, average FPV. Thank you very much for...
Thanks for submitting.
All right, up next we have Forevermore.
Forevermore has been hanging out with us in the chat. Thank you for submitting, bro.
Personal Drone Security Network. We have your back, human.
This is wild looking. Whatever this filter is.
Forevermore, did you submit this on Box Cyberpunk challenge? I feel like I've seen this before.
I like the Daft Punk track. He's got the time code on there and everything.
Yeah, even the cuts are kind of cool with it.
Same old.
All soft targets accounted for.
The short one is only a minute long.
That was very short. All right, let's take one more look at it, and then we'll submit the scoring form.
Look at those humans.
I feel like more than anything, in the creativity category, this is where this sort of thing excels.
I love how he flies so often in here. People are like, whatever. All right.
Thanks for
here we go.
Forevermore. Let's take a look. Let's get that scoring form in there.
All right. We asked in the chat.
This is an interesting one to comment on, right? Because it's not
the form
a
is
traditional FPV video. So it's like the comments on something like this are much more subjective.
Yeah, the form isn't built, for this style of video. Oh, we should play it again. It's not built for this style of video. Not to say that I don't appreciate it, and I appreciate you submitting. It'll be interesting to see kind of the comments that come back, but obviously we're not seeing any like hardcore freestyle.
Like, I'm trying to think, like, I'm trying to figure out a way to give it constructive criticism that, like, I feel like I need to sit with it for a moment. I don't know if I have a rapid fire thing. I feel like there is an opportunity to kind of build on this idea a little bit more of, like, this military tracking drone going around and accounting for its surroundings, right? Like,
what if because it kind of resolves with everything's fine. What if it didn't resolve with everything's fine, and like we pulled the story out a little bit more, right? I think that I'm kind of waiting. I think that when I watch this video, I'm kind of like waiting for something to happen, like to push the story forward.
Yeah, I think part of the situation is obviously this was targeted for a different, I guess, goal and achievement. I think in the end, if this was done in a similar format with more time and a little bit more elaboration in I guess two different realms, one the computer drone realm and the real human realm, I think it'd be more holistic, I think. But
yeah,
I think targeting that 1 minute mark, you're really confined to working and achieving one specific result, right? So
interesting. All right, we got some responses.
All right. Let's take a look. What do we got? Thank you for submitting Forevermore.
Thank you, Forevermore. 4.5 for intentionality, speed 3, difficulty 2, variety 2, originality 4.5, production 5, Genesequa, yes, cyberpunk and very fun edit. Nice. Let's give a total. 4.5, 7.5, 9.5, 11.5, 12, 16, 21, 23 out of a possible 30. Nice job, Forevermore. Much appreciated.
And I think going back and like kind of back to what ATek was saying is just, I think in the edit I don't even know how to word it properly, but there's something to be built on there. And I think also, Franco, you were kind of saying that we're waiting for something to happen in that story, and it doesn't feel like there's a resolution there. I don't have an answer for what that resolution should have been, but it felt like it didn't quite end in some fashion. Let me
kind of go off the deep end on this one, right? So when we watch movies and whatnot and stories on TV or read books, the character is the drone, and we are used to seeing in movies, television, anything, comic books. It is like the most important moments of that character's life. And so when you have a video, right, like that's just the audience expectation, is that we're going to see something momentous happen. And so I think that's where kind of my feeling of like, oh, I'm waiting for something to happen comes from, not because of like, it's just the storytelling piece of it. So even if it was like, everything's great here, and then like you fucking shoot up to the fucking sky, right, and just like back to my planet, something to give it a punctuation at the end where it's like, all right, cool, we got a full story there. You could have done anything, right? So it's just one idea and one perspective, but definitely worth thinking about. Yeah. All right, up next we have Danish. Thumbnail it's great. Danish Stallion. Rusty Horse and
that thumbnail.
Danish is coming to Rotor Riot Rampage.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, woo, Danish.
Yes, sir. Oh, I got some good things to say about this. We're gonna wait for the replay.
These Florida trees are ridiculous, bro.
Yeah. Nice. Oh, yeah. Danish, you have come so far since the first video we saw of yours. Like,
seriously.
Like, so impressive.
Yeah, I think the last video I saw was it Bando Island? He's flying off into the sunset. It's pretty dope.
Talk about like using the inputs, and obviously you fly with the crew, but man, it's just, and the technical ability as well as like the length of it's just, I have lots of good things to say, but I'm very pleased with this video. It's awesome.
Yeah. You know what? There's like a lot of really good variety in here too.
Yes. Cruise. Is that a drum that just flew by?
Yeah, drifting by.
Nice. All right.
Good job, Danish.
Nice job, Danish.
That was an entertaining video to watch. I have like nitpicky feedback, right? Like, you know, things that you could work on with repetition. But that was sick.
All right, you guys go and vote and tell Dana Stallion what you think, and we will replay this. And I'm gonna get gushy. I liked a lot of stuff here. First off, the thumbnail was sick.
I love that thumbnail.
Everything looks so intentional.
Yeah. Was this a one pack?
No.
No,
It wasn't. Okay.
Trippies are dialed. I know that he was working on those, but they look great. I'm not sure if he's doing them both ways, but I don't really care because wherever he puts them, they look good. I think that was so good. Like, you didn't even need that slow motion in there. Like, you're nailing such tight gaps.
Did he put slow motion in there?
Yeah, you could tell he kind of tried to emphasize it a little bit.
Okay.
And I agree. I think it kind of counteracted the awe moment, I guess.
I love that reverse and the natty. Like, the natties are strong and like keeping everything. And even like that one where I'm like, oh, he's gonna miss that natty. It's like, no, like he pulls it back and then reverses in. And I don't think he pre-planned like the whole line. I see a lot of flow here, but it's just like he knows where things are at and knows where to hit things, you know, and where to pull the tricks.
That's pretty much the complete opposite for me, Danish. My first two packs, I glorify everything, and then everything else is just fucking rubbish.
Yeah.
Last
I'm always like, yeah, it's always my packs towards the end of the day that are the best, I think.
I like how there's big tricks in here, really technical tricks in here. I like the pacing of the edits. I like the song. I think it all comes together really nice.
I recognize this song from a Ladrib video, one of my favorite Ladrib videos of all time. But yeah, I think one of the things that's really interesting is that he flies this like wooded tree spot, and it just still feels like there's a lot of variety, despite that all it is trees.
It's the way he's moving through them, you know. Like, I think that.
Yeah. We're enjoying this so much that we've gone almost 3 full minutes on the replay. Let's take a look at what the people got to say.
Oh, come on. We could get more than that. We got 3 votes so far. I think
3
people
votes so far. Let's give this another 30 seconds or so. If you're watching this, please give Danish a couple more votes. Let him know what you think.
I can't say though, it was interesting because I looked up to see how long the video was, meaning my attention was starting to waver at like 2:26, making me think that 2.5 minutes truly is the sweet spot of length for videos.
Yeah.
If you're doing one location, maybe even multiple. All right, we got 4 responses. What? People getting tired? Unacceptable.
They're doing good. Our viewers are holding strong.
Right. Maybe everyone wanted to watch it again. Get your votes in.
There you go. I know they're probably like us. Like the second viewing, I was just in it. This was a really great video.
I'll take 5.
Let's do it. Let's see what people got to say.
Intentionality 5, speed 4, difficulty 4, variety. Okay, hold on. There's 6 now. Let's go back. Intention. There's 7 now. All right, I'm gonna count to 10.
I literally think what happened was that people were just getting caught up and watching it again. This was a really nice video.
Okay.
500 range on your rates. Wow, crazy.
All right. Intentionality 5, speed 4, difficulty 4, variety 4. I'm all for variety 4, Originality 4, production 4, je ne sais quoi, yes. Getting so clean with every movement, yes. So much variety in flying styles. If you keep this amount of variety everywhere you fly, then it will be amazing. Very joyous feel, not overly planned, just sort of frolicking, super clean and smooth. I got lost in the trance and forgot to vote. Some stops on rotations were a little wobbly or off center. That's just nitpicking. Sick run, great flying. Okay, my comment on the last note. At Danish's level, like that's the kind of feedback he needs. Like it's the nitpicky stuff that, you know, you call attention to so that in his next sessions he can like really dial it in and focus. I know that's important to Danish. Danish is pushing fucking hard as balls. And so I think that this is a great video, man. This is awesome. And I remember the first Bano Island video you put up. So very short period of time, lots of progress. Makes me feel good about what we're doing here. All right, you guys ready for totals?
Yes.
ATek, you have any comments before I do totals?
No, I'm good.
All right. 5, 9, 13, 17, 21, 25, 26 from 8 responses out of 30. Dude, awesome job. I can't wait to see more.
I'm curious what camera that was, so.
Yeah. Danish, what camera? He's in the chat.
I got one thing I want to say.
Oh, okay.
I want to hit him with that fire!
ATek's like, it's so entertaining when I watch it on the live stream. It's so underwhelming inside the real time.
I thoroughly enjoyed that. I thought there was a lot of good stuff in there, man. That got me hyped.
Pumped. All right. Up next, we have Slopey FPV. Not to be confused with Dopey FPV. Slopey FPV.
Interesting. Wait, I'm looking in the chat, and Danish Stallion saying, surprise here, this was using gyro flow.
Yeah, it makes sense with what I was saying. Plus the light, because of how the sky looked against the trees. So
interesting. Okay. Interesting. Well, still, it was fire. I liked it. I liked that. That was a good time.
A lot of skill shit.
All right, here we go.
Zero. Ooh.
Source 200 milliwatt. All right.
This is HD0 DVR footy. And is it snowing?
That's just the HD0.
Shots fired. Is there no sound? No.
I hear
Probably
nothing.
DVR, so.
I hear nothing. So ATek, we're gonna have to ask you to
croon
to improvise the musical track on this one.
That's a big ass fucking parking lot, though.
Yeah, it is.
He's all alone. Oh no, he's not all alone.
He's doing some car flying.
Get up in the
Slopey FPV?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just the sound of my own breathing.
It's like someone trying to leave, scoping him out. Like, what you doing, bro?
What's going on with this car creeping up on him? Right? Are they eyeballing him? I would like to try HD0 again.
I was gonna say, this doesn't look terrible. I mean, I was waiting for him to get a little bit of break up to see what it was looking like in the snow, but keeping it kind of close.
Yeah. He's not flying very far from the car at all.
Do we all think he's in the black car right there, right?
I assume so, yeah. Not the one leaving right now.
Yeah,
we'll know in a second.
I'm gonna enact the 2.5-minute rule on this one.
Yeah, let's do it. We got 25 more seconds. Does he have his window open too? Yeah, I feel like in this particular instance, I'm being drawn to commenting to things outside of the actual flying because this in particular just feels like kind of an incomplete product as far as an FPV kind of freestyle video goes, or just in total, you know.
All right, I put the voting form in the chat.
Let's do it.
And
We'll start it over.
So you guys go vote. You let Slopey know what you think, and I'm gonna say what I think. You gotta give us music, bro. Like, just it's you know, something.
You gotta give us something in the ears.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't YouTube Editor give you? I mean, even if this is like SD card straight out of the rig to the phone and upload, I mean, YouTube provides music overlay within its editor, right? I've never done it, but I mean,
it's worth it, even if you can't upload it directly after you flew. It's worth it to like throw an app on your phone that will allow you. If YouTube doesn't allow you to add music, like just from a watching standpoint, if you care, and I tend to believe that you do care to some extent what the audience feels. Otherwise, why would you submit your video here? Is like, it just makes it more watchable, right? It sets a vibe and a tone. I bet you were listening to something in the car while you were
flying, yeah.
One of the few things like that I'm noticing here is just even the prop wash, flying into your own prop wash, which even like goes down to the particular tune. You know, we're looking at the raw feed here. And I'm someone who, up until recently, was fine with mostly default tunes, but if you could push it further, you either have to learn how to fly around your own prop wash, or you have to learn how to really push your tune to really take away that prop wash.
And it's hard to tell. It may have been windy, so that would make that more difficult to achieve. Sure. I think the other thing too to be cognizant of is that if you're flying kind of that close to a building, like I'm as an audience member, am just
you want to just see river, right? I mean,
go in there.
Let's go.
Like, what's in there? You know, like so I think that's more of a as you think about like presenting your videos, like those are the kinds of things that, you know, at a high level, like the audience is curious and wanting to see. I think
definitely favors the right as well. I mean,
so working trips both sides.
And I'm gonna pause it there, but you know, like you guys were saying, get closer to all the obstacles, like get closer to that building. That building looks pretty interesting, and I saw some column things that you could potentially fly around. And
I think
and
maybe
also
he
just
didn't
getting
because...
lower to the ground and closer to the trees and light posts and whatever will just add some more excitement to your videos. To me, I look at this and I feel like I'm seeing a pilot who is kind of getting more comfortable with flying freestyle, you know?
I don't suggest you fly. It looks like that building may have been in use, and maybe that's why he didn't go towards the building, right? Because there's other cars. So wait for the building to be closed. But then I would love to see that. The other thing too is don't shy away from long, straight, low, and fast. there's like this really cool row of trees, and then there's like shrubbery down the middle. There's a lot of satisfaction from an audience perspective of just seeing you as the pilot go as close to the bushes as you can between the rows of trees as fast as you can. That looks super cool. So don't be afraid of like, it doesn't always have to be like lots of turns and rolls and rips and ups and downs. A lot of times just kind of figure out, hey, what's the spot that I'm in? What does it offer me? And how can I take advantage of that? And sometimes it's not super tricked out movement.
I definitely say that pays off for the pilot too, not just the audience. I mean, there's a lot of satisfaction in flying those tight, narrow spaces. I mean, coming out of it, you're just like, ooh, that was fun.
Very true.
But give us some music next time. All right. I got 4 responses for Slopey. Intentionality 3, speed 2, difficulty 2, variety 2, originality 1, production 1. Not so much on the Genesis Quad point. Neat tunes, cool flying in the snow, look like a nice time. But any music, a little more movement and flow, tricks were all right. Use more of that space. But hey, Slopey, if you are new to the hobby, right? Continue, please. Take what you want from this. We're not knocking you down. We're just giving you some honest feedback on things that you consider on how to improve. We really appreciate you submitting. And please don't let this be the last time we see you. We'd love to see kind of how you progress. You saw how, I don't know if you're going to watch this, but I got really excited seeing Danish Down, who came in as a good pilot, and just seeing his incremental gain. Like, that shit is super exciting to me, and I'd love to get excited for you too. So let's give you some totals.
Let's do it.
3, 5, 7, 9, 10, 11. Not a bad score for your first time going. Slopey FPV, thank you very much.
We appreciate the submission. And yeah, like Franco was saying, we really hope to see more from you.
All right. Up next, I am going to butcher this FPV pilot's name. I think it's just Looped FPV.
Looped.
Yeah, Looped. I think it's not there. He gave his first and last name, but it's just Looped FPV. So maybe I didn't butcher that. And this one's called Improvising FPV Freestyle. I didn't hear any sound at the front one, and I was like, wow, I'd feel like such a dick if like it was a technical issue on Slopey's that kept it silent. Yeah.
It's a European submission here.
Is that a question or a statement? Is this your like a?
As a question, I'm wondering if this is someone from Europe somewhere.
That's funny.
Something about that track and that move.
Oh, man. You see that tower in the distance? Holy crap! Looks amazing.
I know, right?
Like, let's go.
Let's get over there. Ooh, I like how tight he was on that power loop there.
Oh, it's under there. Oh no! Don't.
Well, that's
Go down.
He's awesome though. Oh, he's going down there now.
Oh. Thank you for including that, Looped.
That was a short one, huh?
Yeah, it's been about a minute and a half. Let's run it a little bit longer so we all watch this together. Also, it'll give me a chance to get back to the forum.
Is that him chilling there in the
grass? Yeah.
I love the proximity of the first loop. Just right there.
Very satisfying.
Was this an edit or a one pack? besides the edit.
Is there? I thought there was an edit on the corner building. I guess we'll see, right?
Oh,
yeah. There it is. There it is.
I would almost say, oh wait, I wouldn't have included that second loop because it took away from the very first loop where you got super close, and like you could have just left me thinking, oh, you got super close, and if I did, but then.
Thinking about how much more FPV has to progress.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like, there's still so much room for progression, and I see it in a lot of different pilots.
It's yeah, and where pilots are gonna push it,
and
how we'll be flying in like a year versus, you know, where we are now. All right, forums in the chat. You guys go vote. We'll watch this one again. We already started commenting. All right, I already started commenting. So.
I feel like the logo presentation here just needs to be a smidgel bigger.
Yeah, I agree. I always comment about logos being too big, and this is one of the times where I'm like, yeah, it could be bigger.
I noticed a little bit of favoritism on the pull of your roll. If you fly mode 2, like you're rolling to the right a bit. So you may want to work your switch side.
I've never been a huge fan of the, I guess, the blend cut on a freestyle edit.
Yeah, like the crossfade.
Yeah, the crossfade.
I honestly, hardly ever, I feel like they should be hard cuts.
Right.
Any sort of like wipe, crossfade, whatever, it has to be very intentional for a specific mood to be used. Otherwise, don't do it. Just do a hard cut.
To the track, to the music, like on beat. It was this section, you went over this section, and I was like, ooh, we got to explore more here. So maybe for subsequent video submissions, like show us you rocking that section.
I want to see a perch up on the top of that pillar too. That'd be dope.
That pillar would look really interesting. That column,
yeah.
Whatever, it looked like a smokestack or something. All right, should we take a look at votes?
Yeah, we have about 4 responses in. I know that this was a little bit shorter of a video, so let's just see where it goes, and then if we get more, I'll just go back up top. Intentionality 4, speed 4, difficulty 4, variety 3, originality 3, production 3, je ne sais quoi, yes, lovely, some multiple spaces in the area, some great moments in there. And let's go with total, if it's cool with you guys. All right, for 8, 12, 15, 18, 21, 23. Not a bad score, Loop. Thank you very much for participating.
Yeah.
We're at the 2-hour mark. Should we watch one more?
Let's watch one more. Let's get one more in there.
89 Vic came up in the randomizer.
Woo, 89. All right.
So let's take a look
with a little hit of
89 Vic.
Yeah, a little hit of 89 Vic at the end.
There we go. Yes.
He always hits us with that speed, bro. Yes.
Feels good. Super nice. All right, I'm going to hold my comments. I don't want to affect Not a 1-pack this time.
Yeah, I'm really trying to take this one in.
Nice.
And nobody should be sleeping on 89 Vic.
It's crazy. He's only got like 500 subs last time I looked the other day. Love that shit. Damn.
Watching this sort of thing makes me feel like I should really push myself to fly in just like parks and trees and wooded areas, because he's developing a level of, he's showcasing a level of creativity in an area like this that I don't think I have necessarily.
Damn, what a win. All right, hold on, everybody. Let me get the form.
Yo, that was sick.
I got things to say. All right, so
let's watch it again. Let's spam that chat with the voting form.
Here we go. The voting
Let's make
form
sure we give 89 Vic your thoughts. Let my mans know what you think about his flying, his video.
You guys go away. Now. Let's hit the form. All right, and here we go again. This one's called Swaying. I don't know what it was. I got sucked in from the first second with the track, the opening move. I was just like, I was sucked in. I was engaged, and then it just pays off. The speed. I feel like we're seeing a different side of 89 Vic than what we've seen before.
I feel like in what we've seen from him before, it was a lot of 1-pack stuff, right?
Yes.
And there was, we've always loved what we saw.
Yeah.
But there was that element of like it feeling like, okay, you went, you hit this spot multiple times, and you're 1-pack at it, and so it felt somewhat repetitive. As good as it was, it just felt somewhat repetitive. And here it's like, bro, like it's the hammers.
I love the slow roll, lobby roll, super close to the ground, hauling ass.
Yes.
Like he did it earlier, but
yeah,
I swear he does it again here in a second.
Like he's trying some new things that we haven't seen in the past. I don't know if, at least from what we've seen, right? And maybe it's because he's trying new moves or because he does certain moves over grass and he's getting more comfortable, but it just comes together really well. The music, the movement, the edits.
Yeah, I'm just so into this. This is great.
Yeah, it feels really good.
Man, it's 2 minutes 13 seconds, and I feel like this is a great video. Yeah.
If I had to be give constructive criticism, obviously I'm gushy over this. I would just like, there's other like. There's a whole another kind of repertoire of tricks that might not have necessarily even fit into this that you might want to consider. Like if you really kind of want to show dominance over the movement of the quad, like any kind of the backwards movement or Maddie kind of movement, or like trippies, like throwing that in there to show even more variety. But that's only me being nitpicky and critical and like hypercritical, but like I really feel like that really came together, especially being able to see where you came from and how good that was, and like where you've gone to with this. I liked it.
Being super critical, you know? I would say that this video and previous videos, you know, I think the 89 Vic was always capable of this type of flying, but it's also that selection of presentation, right? Like the one pack, going with the one pack, going, you know, in comparison, going with an edited thing. I personally feel that I would, in a lot of cases, prefer to see an edit versus just a one pack. In like 95% of cases, I would rather see an edit over a one pack.
Well, because there's the intentionality, right? Like, it's like you're delivering up a highlight, and I think my thought is, you have to be able to accomplish your one pack, but we want to see your edits.
Yeah.
You can't please anybody here. All right,
dude. I don't think there's any such thing as a perfect video. You know what I mean? And we'll never have a video on this stream that's going to be perfect and without some sort of feedback. And I think that that's what any sort of person that's truly great at their craft and wants to continue to be great, they will always feel like there's something they could have done better. And I think that is something that's, there's a truth to that.
I don't think you dig this live stream, you know, like if you think that like there isn't anything more for you to improve, like this live stream isn't built for you. I think everyone who submits is like, I want to find ways to improve. ATek, you were about to say something.
I mean, the only comment I had on the video was, and it doesn't specifically go for his video specifically, but just because you can add another role in doesn't mean you need to. Sometimes less is more. But I mean, I love the fucking go hard, super fast and load in close to objects. I mean, it fucking gets me wanting to fly. So, but I always, you know, have people audience moding me, and like, you know, I'll just fucking throw another, you know, roll flick in there, and they're like, oh, okay, show off, you know. So I mean, you know, just because you can do it doesn't mean you need to. In the end result, a lot of the times pays off when it looks more intentional, right? So
did you I just want to, you know, did you think that it was the rolls were excessive in this particular 89 Vic video?
There was only one point where I saw a roll coming over out of the top of a tree almost, and I was like, you know, if you'd rolled it a little bit more, I would have, you know, liked it a little bit better. It was just like, okay, he just kept going because he could, you know.
Yeah.
Coming in hot, so yeah.
It one of those things where it's just like nitpicky almost, because it was just is really good.
You got to find something. So
you got to find something.
That's my contribution.
We're trying to help you, 89 Vic. We're trying to help you.
Shit's
all right.
One less roll in your video. No.
Fours across the board.
No, I like, it's one of those things where it's a hard balance to achieve, right? I know exactly what you're saying, and I agree with you.
It's subjective at this level of flying, at this level of ability. We're now talking, and it sounds so fucking pretentious, even before I say it, but I'll just say it. It's like we're talking about creativity and art at this point, and you know, you get to a path of, you know, where it's just, you know, you're nitpicking, right, and
totally
expressing. So I think that you could tell 89 Vic from our response that Super cool vid. Let's look at your scores. Lots of responses here. 8 responses. Thanks for contributing, guys. Intentionality. Oh my God, here we go. Intentionality 5, speed 5, difficulty 5, variety 4, originality 5, production 5, je ne sais quoi, yes. That was sick. Well, yes, thank you. Love the changes in pace. Mid-beat was along for the ride. Doing tricks I struggle with inches from the ground. Feels so good. Let's total this up. 5, 10, 15, 19, 24, 29. With the je ne sais quoi gives it the 30.
I went to art school, but I think the maths equals out to
and a perfect score. It's been a while. 89 Vic has achieved the perfect score. 89 Vic, I'll be hitting you up on Discord to get your all your details, like the logo that we'll throw on the back of the shirt, your size, where you want me to send it to, and we can't wait to see you throw some pictures of you rocking that shirt on the Discord server. Hey,
very, very fitting video to get a perfect score.
Hey, that was awesome. First, lastly, as we roll out here, ATek, dude, this was so much fun to have you on the show, bro. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, bro.
Sure.
I cannot wait to see you in person and watch you rip up at Rampage, and hopefully we get to see you even sooner if possible. Hit up our Discord server. We got plenty of stuff going on. Let us know if you're going to multi-GPIO and any of our events. We'd love to see you there. Dan Z, anything else?
Again, one more time, in the Supercritical Discord, we have the survey. We want to know what we can improve on and what you guys are vibing with and what you guys are not necessarily vibing with, because we don't want to drag that out. We want to be better. We're always striving to be better in our FPV game, and we're trying to be better in our live stream game. So definitely hit up that survey and let us know what y'all think.
ATek FPV, where do you want people to find you? Instagram, YouTube, where should people follow you?
I'm most active on Instagram, but I've been trying to crank out edits on a regular now on YouTube as much as I can. But Instagram, you'll see more from me.
What's the Instagram channel?
It is ATek_FPV.
All right, I'm going to throw that into the description. Be sure to check out ATek. If you've never checked him out and you've been listening to him talk this whole time, you should definitely check him out and feel as though everything he said is the truth, and you should listen to it. That's it. That's it for today's show. We will see you in 2 weeks. It may just be Dan Z and some other folks. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it, but thank you very much for hanging out with us. ATek, thanks again. We will catch you on the next one. Bye, everyone.
Peace, everybody. All right. That is the